Good morning, students. Again, I welcome you for the new topic in our service marketing class. That is, for today's topic, we will be discussing about role of employees in service delivery. I think in on Friday class we have seen role of customers in service delivery, and today we will be seeing about role of employees in service delivery. So this is why we are starting with this particular triangle. Okay, this is what we have studied in third unit, service marketing triangle, where three extended marketing mix. That is what we'll be talking today in role of employees in service delivery. So this three extended marketing mix plays a very important role for the employees while delivering the service to the customers. The extended marketing mix you people already we have seen in the first unit is people, process, and physical evidence. That is what we will be. These three main concepts will be talking about the service delivery concepts actually. The employees and customers know they play a very important role in service delivery. That is the topic it will be dealing with all the ways in which the companies ensure that services are performed according to customer defined designs and standards. What from this statement, what we are telling is actually what is a customer, they will be defining the designs and they'll be telling their views and the front end executives will be taking care of that whatever the customer is telling about that particular designs, and employees as well as customers are playing key roles in service delivery and different strategies actually. Not only customers, even the employees, the service contact employees play a critical role in service delivery and different strategies actually. What are all the roles in service deliveries? No, employees' roles actually. Nowadays, talking about service culture, what type of service culture they give, and then what is the critical role of service employees and boundary spanning roles. So each and every, not only for the employees, even in if you have studied in your OB or HRM, for everything there will be boundary spanning roles, even for your friends, family circle, your faculty members, for everything related to OB or HRM. But here also for employees, no, there is boundary spanning roles actually. And then strategies for developing service quality through people. This we have seen actually in the Friday class. It's at the last point that is related to service delivery through customers. And what is service culture? So the behavior of employees in an organization will be influenced by culture of that organization. So this will be shaping the individual and group behavior. So yeah, I think if you have referred any book like Zeitamal and Bittner, so in our library also it is there. So they talk about culture where an appreciation for good service it will be existing, and where good service where giving good service to internal as well as ultimate external considered customers is considered as natural way of life and one of the most important norms by everyone. Really simple concept. The way you act or behave with the employees, sorry, customers, that is external customers. That is what this will be shaping the organization culture. That is what in this slide we are talking about. The behavior of the employees in an organization will be influenced by the culture of that organization, so that this will be shaping the individual and also the group behavior of the internal customers, that is employees here. And what is it, how we can build a service culture? So first of all we should have very good, strong service leadership. That committed team should be there that can make a philosophy and it is aligned with service. So even say for example, Saturday evening we went to an four-star hotel and we ordered actually one particular item, and in between we 5 to 7 people went there, and there was a family function actually, so they were keeping on calling when we were in the restaurant. So we waited for half an hour, but still the employee could not deliver. So what we told, no, please cancel the order and whatever you can deliver in a fast manner. So you please give an uh, menu, we told, and they were telling about only shakes and cold coffee and some other items were available, and that too we need in parcel. So immediately the employees of that particular restaurant, no, acted immediately, and they have given it within 5 minutes with the delivery packet. Whatever we have ordered that we can immediately get means they immediately told it. That is actually committed team members should be there for that. So these are all strong leadership qualities. If somebody else is telling no, we cannot do that means entire organization fame will be going away. So these are all small example I am giving. Then performance optimization. So for there should be commitment for providing outstanding service and quality. For namesake, if you are working, you cannot provide any service and all. So there should be lots of commitments. Then you should have a very good knowledge management, how you are going to manage uh, within the organization and the customer. So very big because the employees will be acting as a bridge between the organization and the customer. So they should have lots of management of knowledge, and then sometimes you should have strategic alignment. If there is any problems, know how you are going to solve it within among yourself within the team. Then engagement platform, so it an ongoing commitment you should give for improving performance and using proven tactics. So you should always give to the customer that you are doing something, and you should also prove to the organization that you have done something in that organization. And then they are the organization. The critical role of service employees, no, they are the organization in the customer eyes. This is true wherever you go. They are the organization in the customer eyes, the employees actually, service employees, and they are also considered as the brand, and they are the marketers for the organization. So this picture itself will be doing all these things they carry in their head. Service employees. And again, why we are talking here, because this service marketing triangle, where company, employees, customers. They'll be having a link internal marketing. Company and employees will be having about internal marketing. Company and customers they'll be acting as external customers. And only employee and customers will be having an interactive marketing. So these are all the things we should consider. Keeping promises, okay? They'll be setting promises and enabling promises. Only the company and the employees will be doing enabling promises, and keeping the promises only employee should be having. Okay, every time they'll be having direct contact with the customers, so keeping the promises they only should do. And employee satisfaction, so customer satisfaction and profit. This is the mantra of service. So satisfied employees make for satisfied customers actually. In turn, satisfied customers can reinforce employees' sense of satisfaction in job. So simple concept. So satisfied employees will be satisfying will make for satisfied customers. In turn, satisfied customers know they'll be reinforcing employee sense of satisfaction in job. So in turn, customer also will be showing that employee has done something, and for that words, no employee will be highly satisfied in his job. And the link in the service profit chain. This is what actually talking about. So here we'll be talking about an internal service quality, about employee satisfaction. Then if employee satisfaction is there, we'll be having employee retention and employee productivity. And in external service satisfaction, so customer satisfaction, you can build customer loyalty. And because of these two concepts, there will be revenue growth and profitability will be there. So here in internal service quality, people will be talking about workplace design, job design, then employee selection and development, employee rewards and recognition, tools for serving customers. So these are all the things management should always consider. Then only they can retain the employees, and when you're retaining the employees, productivity can be done easily. And for external service, so that is customers, service concept results for customers. And customer loyalty here also customer retention, and they'll be giving repeated business, and reference also they'll be giving actually. So if really the customers are satisfied, that loyal customers will be giving reference for you. And customer satisfaction will be talking about service designed and delivered to meet target customers needs also, it will be happening. And effects of employees behavior on service quality, this is what will be happening: reliability, responsiveness, five dimensions, which also we have seen in the first unit. Okay, reliability, five dimensions of service quality can be influenced by reliability, responsiveness, assurance, empathy, and tangibility. Okay, in depth already we have seen in the first unit itself, talking about these five dimensions. What is that? Is reliability, responsiveness, assurance, empathy, and tangibility. And then boundary spanning roles. No, the frontline service employees are referred to as boundary spanners actually. So because why uh, they are considered means they only will be directly having a relationship with the customers. And the boundary spanners is what provide a link between external customers and environment with internal operations of the organization. That is what we are discussing. They act as a link between the organization internal environment, what is happening, and what is a customer opinion, everything they will be talking about here. Then boundary spanning positions are often high stretch jobs because you are having a direct contacts with customer means n number of questions they will ask, n number of people you're meeting, they'll be always some people will be shouting at the employees who are in the front line every time they proceed their this position require ex- some levels of emotional labor and ability should you should have. And interpersonal and inter-organizational conflicts and all, it will be have ability to handle actually interpersonal and inter-organizational conflicts and all, sometimes it will be happening. And then role on competencies of boundary span for boundary spanners. So reticulist, so because of networking, then managing accountabilities, and appreciates different modes of governance and political skills and diplomacy. So everything they'll be acting roles and competencies. What is it? So what is it they'll be maintaining as an reticulist? What is it they'll be doing as an entrepreneur? Then interpreter. So interpreter is that every time you will be talking about very much you should have lots of interpersonal relationships because people come in different mood, and how you are going to maintain their the mood with the organization, that and all. You should have very good thing, interpersonal relationship, and very good communication. You should have listening capacities, employee should have, and empathies. Lots of empathy skills and all the service sector employees should have. Then framing and sense making. So every time you should keep on think about what will be happening, and according to the situation, what is it you will be doing. And always you should always keep motivating for building trust about the organization. Then tolerance of diversity and culture. Every time this will be happening in the service sector. So you should act in these are all the different roles. The employees boundary spanner, that is frontline people will be, sometimes they should act or they should play these roles and all. So what are all the key functions? No, knowledge management, improving knowledge management. Then you should increase external visibility, increasing external visibility. Then you should also provide internal coordination. Whatever the customer is telling, no, if you are coming and telling this to the internal people, so you should also have you should have internal coordination also should be there. So wherever you go as a management student, these three skills you should have compulsory. Interpersonal relationship, you should have very good communication. Then conflict resolution, every time you should try to resolve conflicts. Then building trusts, so building trusts you should have. And speed, you should have very good decision making should be very fast. Then you should uncover new possibilities. Every time you should keep on think about what is the next thing we can give in service. Like that you can different functions you can create. And then emotional labor. So every time you should have a very good smiley face. So physical or mental skills should be having delivered quality service every time, both physically and mentally. The skills, whatever they're having as an emotional labor in the frontline people, no? Physically and mentally, they should need a, when they are talking to something, when talking to the customer, no? Both physical and mental things should be very much stable. That is what you're delivering with smile, then making very good eye contact, engaging in friendly conversation. Everything you should have emotional labor and all. So if anybody else is getting tense, no, they will not be fit for working in service industry. So this is actually the slides which you're talking now. What are all the strategies that help the organization and employees deal with realities and emotional labor? So we should select correct people actually who can handle emotional stress. So we should careful selection of people who can handle emotional stress. Immediately you should not be shouting. So people, if you are in service sector, no, you'll be meeting different set of people, and how you are going to handle, because people will shout, and how you are going to react. And you should train them for very good or patience in listening, and they should have also problem solving skills should be very good. Certainly people whenever they are being selected for this particular jobs, no, they go for psychomotor test, psychometric test and all, they'll be going actually. So they can talk about lots of problem solving skills. Then teaching them about coping abilities, how you're going to cope with the current situation and strategies, everything you should have. So for this, no, teamwork, job rotation, etc., you can give to them. And then what are all the sources of conflict sometimes, no? How you're going to handle it. Person versus role conflict, then organization versus client conflict, then client versus client conflict. Everything will be a person versus role. So as an individual person, you may not be We will not be willing to take as a role in that particular organization. That will be a problem. And then organization versus client, company versus customers sometimes. And customer also there will be some conflicts because different services will be given to different customers. So for that problem will be coming. Okay, client versus client conflict. And then this employees, no, boundary spanning employees are asked to be both efficient and effective. So please understand the word efficient and effective. So they'll be expected every time to deliver both satisfying services to customers and also same time to be cost effective. So same thing we should talk. We should also satisfy customers and also they should talk about cost effective and productive in whatever they are doing it for the company. So this is what actually really we are talking about. We should also satisfy the customers and also when you are satisfying the customer, you should not every time give lots of benefits. So when you are satisfying the customer, you should also try to cost effective. Also, you should talk. You should give to the company, and it should also be productive in whatever they are doing it. So this is already we have seen actually customers' roles in service delivery. So the extra slide. So directly we'll go for conclusion actually. So these two slides already we have seen in the previous class itself. So here what we are telling is very important talking about the role of employees and customers or critical in a service organization. And every time in this particular, we are living in a customer oriented era. And the satisfaction of customers is very important to all the service companies if they want to survive. No? So they should have lots of ideas. Okay, so customer satisfaction is very important to a company's survival and development. And it is also the company has to apply new management knowledge about service marketing into their actual operations. So this we are talking every time whenever we are in service industry, we should always talk about the latest methods or services we are giving to the customers. And also they must care about very much about employee satisfaction and keep employee. We should always train. So every 3 years once, the employees in the service sector should be sent for training. And if it is being done, no, they achieve success in delivering quality service actually for both the customer and the employee oriented we're talking. So thank you students, and in next class we'll be talking about pricing of services. With that I conclude the fifth unit. Okay, even though if any class is there, I'll be giving topics to you related to different service sector industries. So you can itself discuss in that after I complete of pricing of services. Thank you students.